Hello, this is Tony from Kate's Crafted Closet, showing you a clean and simple, easy card today. The flowers I had watercolored already, so I will link that video into at the end of this video, so you can look at that tutorial and make your own flowers. So this is really simple, really easy to make. So let's go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and did a top folding card using some Nina Solar White cardstock, as you see here. And then I went ahead and took some 80-pound Nina cardstock and used this embossing plate from Spellbinders and embossed it, so you can see a slight emboss on here, and it also has a deboss on here. It's not 3D. So I will link all the products that I used today in the description box below. So make sure you check that out. Also, my social media links will be down there as well. So let's go ahead and finish up this card. So I went ahead and pre-did, and this is my ribbon. It's just some silver ribbon. It's a little see-through. So instead of using liquid glue, I went ahead and put some double-sided tape on here. This is just some 1/4 inch double-sided tape. You can probably fit smaller, 1/8 of an inch. You may be able to do 1/2 an inch, but I went ahead with the 1/4 inch because it seemed to work the best for me. And I'm just going to grab my craft pick here, and I'm going to do my best to pull off my release paper. And sometimes I love double-sided tape, but it doesn't love me all the time because I tend to have a problem pulling off the release paper. I don't know why, but that just seems to be the case. I know a lot of people find it therapeutic to pull off the release paper. I'm gonna honestly say I'm not one of those people. So like I said, so this is becoming a bit of a task. That's why I went ahead and put it down beforehand, so we wouldn't spend too much time just playing with the tape. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off this other little piece as well, or do my best to pull off this other little piece. Like, don't you wish there was a magic little thing, contraption we can put on top of that release paper and just pull it off? So I'm just going to line up my ribbon on here. And your placement could be wherever you want to put it. So I'm just going to go with right there. And I'm just going to, burnish it down a little bit, and then I'll flip it over. And I will, okay, and then I'm going to grab my other piece to go across the other way and do the same thing. Pull off this release paper to the best of my ability. Okay. And like I said, I'm just take my time. It'll come off when it's ready. There we go. Perfect. And also, I'm going to put this across the card. Like I said, anywhere the placement you want is completely up to you. You want it in the middle, you want it a little bit higher, you want it a little bit lower, you can certainly do that. So that is our ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and put my foam squares on the back before we adhere the flower, so I don't squish the flower when in the process of putting on the foam squares. And these are just large foam squares that when I go to the Dollar Tree and I see them, I just grab them, and I've accumulated a nice little stash of them because they're not always there. Like, they're not there on a regular basis. They come and they go. So, and these I just like because they're larger and I don't have to spend a lot of time with the release paper, because these are super easy to get off. So, and you can use any kind of foam tape you want. You can use fun foam. You can use anything you want. So we have that on there. And then we have our flowers that we made this in the video from this morning. Like I said, you can check that out later. So I went ahead and put double-sided tape on this as well, because the fact that it's watercolor on there, and if you put a wet adhesive on there, it will react with your watercolor that's on here. So I'm just doing my best to pull off this release paper, and boom, look, we got it. So yeah, that's why I'm not using liquid. So I want the petals to be showing both colors, so I'm just going to put this top one in between the petals of the lighter shade, So there we have our flowers little put together, and you can put it any way you want. The color combinations that you use is completely up to you as well. Then I have a plaid blue button from my stash. Love these plaid buttons, and I have so many different colors too. So I'm just going to go ahead. I also put double-sided tape on this just so it sticks easier than putting liquid adhesive. So we're going to put that on the center of our floral. And you can want to put, if you want to put any kind of string on here and a little bow and those buttonholes, you most certainly can. And then I have another piece of double-sided tape on the back of the larger petals. And we're going to do our best to also peel this back. Boom, there we go, we got it. So, and then placement as well is up to you. I'm gonna go right there. Okay, and I don't put a sentiment on these because these are the type of flowers and cards that you can use for any occasion. So you make a whole bunch of these ahead of time, and then you can put a sentiment strip on there that says thank you, thinking of you, hello, I love you, happy birthday. There's so many different things that you can do with this. So that's why I kind of don't put a sentiment on there. So I know I'm going to send it out and I'm going to use it. So I just go ahead and peel off the release paper from the foam squares and adhere it to my card front. And that completes our card today. So I thank you for joining me, and if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. Also hit that subscribe button, and when the notification bell comes in, make sure you click on that so you get notified each and every time I upload a video. And like I mentioned earlier, all of the products that I used today will be in the description box below, as well as all my social media links as well. And I thank you once again, and you all have a craft today, y'all.